Unlocked. I'm Austin, and like always, I'm joined by Ethan.
Yep, hello again, everyone.
And this week, we are covering probably one of the more famous American cryptids, and it's from the Pine Barrens of New Jersey and the Jesey Devil.
Now, you see, I had heard the name the Jesey Devil, but I had not learned very much about it just until now. But the description of the New Jersey Devil is it is a flying biped with hooves, and it also, like we said, lives in the Pine Barrens of New Jersey. It is a mishmash of a lot of different things. One of them being it's kangaroo like, also wyvern like, and then it has like a horse or a goat head. It also has bat like wings, so webbed wings. It also has horns, usually about two if it has kind of like the goat head. Also has small arms with clawed hands, and then it has a forked or a pointed tail given. Then reportedly moves very quickly and has a very high pitched, blood curdling scream that I guess people have heard.
Think like a lot like in the Scream to like a woman screaming bloody murder.
Lovely,
I think
just lovely.
I think that's basically like a word for word description of the scream. It's almost like a peacock
Peacock.
because I've heard a peacock scream and that a peacock scream does sound a lot like a woman screaming bloody murder.
Okay.
So not something you want to hear in the middle of the night, especially in the in a place like the Pine Barrens.
Yeah, then with just given how it looks there, I mean, it looks pretty demonic in the picture that I have there, at least. But like being kangaroo like and wyvern, goat head, bat wings, yeah.
But the most common legend states that a Pine Barrens resident named Jane Leeds, often called Mother Leeds, already had 12 children, and when she learned she was pregnant with her 13th, she cursed the child by saying it would be the devil. And in 1935, Mother Leeds went into labor on a very stormy night in the Pine Barrens. And at first, everything seemed normal. Child was fine, everything else. But shortly afterwards, it, it, it transformed into the Jesey Devil. Some versions state that Mother Leeds was a witch, and the father of the child was the devil himself. So either a curse or daddy was the devil. And the other legends and names are that the Rapi tribe, Candy, sorry about that, Candy, no. The Lenape tribe believed that the Pine Barrens were inhabited by a spirit they called Sing, which occasionally took the appearance of wings, which would explain it being horse-like. And prior to the 1900s, Jesey Devil was called the Leeds Devil due to its connection with the Leeds family and the nearby Leeds Point, New Jersey, where the Leeds family lived at. which I assume is close to the Pine Barrens, since it usually takes place in or around the Pine Barrens.
I don't know. I like the name the Leeds Devil almost better. I mean, the Jersey Devil is good, and I think that's just what I'm used to hearing. But the Leeds Devil doesn't sound bad.
Yeah, and some real world connection could be that Mother Leeds could actually be Deborah Leeds, whose husband Japhet Leeds Will named 12 children in 1736, and they do in fact live in Leeds Point. And the Leeds family crest actually started to include a wyvern in 1728. So that's probably where the wyvern-like description of the creature started to come from, was the Leeds family crest. And Benjamin Franklin actually had an interest in the Jersey Devil. So we've got a founding father that was interested in the Jersey Devil.
Now the question is, why did the Leeds family add a wyvern to their thing in 1728? Would it have been because they saw the Jersey Devil before that? Hmm.
Maybe, maybe not. Speculation.
Speculation, yes. Some reported sightings of the Jersey Devil. So most of these happened in just 1909, from the week of this January 16th to the 23rd, and there were just hundreds of sightings of encounters of the Jersey Devil from all over South Jersey and also the Philadelphia area. Most of these claims were things like, oh, the creature attacked a trolley car in Haddon Heights, and then also attacked a social club in Camden. And supposedly the police were called, and the police came, fired at the creature, to which the bullets had no effect on it. Other reports initially concerned unidentified footprints in the snow, uh, and then soon sightings were solved. So they saw footprints around there that were mysterious, and then they started seeing the Jersey Devil like flying around or walking around. There were also vigilante groups of hunters that were roaming around the Pines Barrens, searching for the devil for the reward, and it was rumored that the Philadelphia Zoo posted a $10,000 reward for the creature so they could have it in the zoo, which that is just rumored.
Now that would be a lot of money in today's mind.
Yeah. But it's not. Go ahead.
Considering this was over 100 years ago, 10 grand was, it's still a lot today, but it was worth a lot more back in 1909.
I can definitely see some hunters going out to try to catch this thing, especially for that amount of money. So,
well, they did with the infield horror and that we previously talked about a few months ago, and I would say the Jersey Devil's more well known than the infield horror is. So
yeah, and all these sightings happened in 1909. Just like hundreds of them just happened at the same time, same week. And then there are the hoaxes that have been brought to light. So there's Gordon Stein, which in the Encyclopedia of Hoaxes book noted that the alleged footprints of the Jersey Devil, like were in the snow in 1909, resembled horse hooves. And then there was later a man that admitted to have faked some of these footprints. But, I mean, the Jersey Devil is kind of a mishmash of animals, and it's said to have hoofs. So, I mean, it could still have been the hooves of the Jersey Devil. So, Then Norman Jeffries and Jacob Hope being an animal trainer, purchased a kangaroo from a circus, And then he glued artificial claws to it, then also bat wings onto it, and then they displayed the animal at a museum. And then 20 years later, Jeffries admitted that it was a hoax, it was a fake, which I'm surprised it took 20 years for them to figure out it was a fake. But
Yeah, people are, I'm going to say, try and put this nicely, not always the brightest people.
well, I would probably say gullible if you want to be the like nicest term of it. Just like they want to think things are real.
Yeah. And and in pop culture, the Jersey Devils appear in multiple shows, movies, and video games. Probably the most notable is the Jersey Devil episode of Lost Tapes that appear on the Animal Planet, which is kind of a weird show that we've mentioned before, but it's kind of hilarious just because it's kind of like the Blair Witch Project, but in like TV format where it's like these lost tapes. Like it's of course lost tapes, but it's like this found footage sort of deal, and it's actually pretty funny.
Now you see, I was looking online at like different shows that the Jersey Devil had made its appearances in or whatever, or had been talked about, and it said that there was an episode of Supernatural it was mentioned in, and I do not remember that. I've watched all of Supernatural, so I must just be forgetting it.
And then it inspired the name of the Jersey Devils of the Eastern Hockey League from 1964 until the league's folding in 1973. And it also inspired the name of the New Jersey Devils of the National Hockey League. So it inspired two different hockey teams' names. And so you can just tell how popular it is, at least in the state of New Jersey. And then our thoughts. I've always liked the story of the Jersey Devil, but I think it's like the boogeyman of New Jersey. I don't think it's real. I think it's just meant for a way so parents can scare their children and say, "Hey, don't go out to the Pine Barrens at night. The Jersey Devil will get you." So that's my thoughts.
Yeah, kind of like I said initially, I never really knew much about the Jersey Devil, other than hearing the name every now and then. And I think it's a really cool mishmash of different animals, giving it nice looking features and stuff like that, like the wings, the face, and everything like that, the hooves. It's just interesting. It's kind of like a chimera, I guess. I also like its story about the Leeds family, about it being the 13th child and stuff like that, making it a legend. It makes the legend more interesting to me. Personally, I don't think it exists, but I really like the looks of it and the story.
Yeah, it's more of a boogeyman legend than I think it is a real creature.
Yeah.
Well, any last words?
Nope. Just thanks for watching, everyone.
Well, thanks for watching. If you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Spotify. And some other news. Some of you may not know this, and others might not. But I also host a baseball podcast that is coming back called the Redbird's Nest. So if you want like baseball and specifically the Cardinals, go listen to that on Spotify. And me and Ethan will see you again next week here on Folklore Unlocked with the Mothman. So see you next week and come back to Point Pleasant.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.